Hey, Boogie With The Bull is live on the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel. So if you heard it on Facebook, we're live on the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel. Come on over to the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel. The live chat is open, and we'll apologize to Melanie, and we'll take to it.
Well, good morning, everybody. Sorry about that myself. I did heat up my water, Dave, and I got myself a toxic-free cup of coffee.
Good. I'm sorry for that.
Well,
It was probably the toxins in my coffee that knocked us off.
So let's talk about what the difference is in your coffee and my coffee. How's that? We'll start it
Let's
out that
do that.
way.
Let's do that.
So coffee is generally, when you buy it in the grocery store, you know how a lot of people put milk or sugar in it, right? It's because it's bitter, right?
Yep.
Well, how would you like to have a cup of coffee that is infrared cooked? And only 2% of the coffee in the whole world is infrared cooked.
Infrared cooked. Sounds a lot.
That's the difference. Yeah. Well, so if you've ever heard of grilling your food or burnt toast causing cancer, have you ever heard that phrase?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the basic coffee bean. Coffee actually has a lot of research on it where it is very, very beneficial to your health. However, most coffee beans are roasted at 450 degrees, and there's an acrylamide that is on the outside of the bean, the same as if you would have burnt your toast, which gives it that bitter taste and that, I don't know, just don't smell right after having this kind of coffee right here. But our formulator of our products at Sizzle International, which stands for Science, Innovation, Success, Energy, and Longevity, went out and bought an infrared machine, and he infrared cooks the bean with a red light, and the bean maintains the integrity because we don't have that excessive acrylamide on the outside of the bean because of the way we cook it. Now, let's talk about the bean itself. Our bean comes from the Panamanian Bogat geisha bean. So it grows in volcanic ash in the Panama. It's high in altitude. And because it is high in altitude, there are 4 flavonoids in our coffee. The World Coffee Association actually studies coffee beans. And our coffee bean has 4 flavonoids. And the reason why it has 4 is because it's protecting itself from the UV radiation from the high altitude. But then when you travel down the coffee tree, you're going to find that it is sitting in volcanic ash. Volcanic ash has a sweet taste to it. So you have this amazing coffee bean that was rated number 13 by the World Coffee Association for 13 years in a row. And so we got the bean from the Panama. Now, Starbucks has the same crop, 20% of this crop, they own it, and they dilute this Panamanian Bogat geisha bean into their coffee bag. So they sell the same coffee bag, which is roasted and the acrylamide's on and it's burnt, but they sell that bag for $120 for 8 ounces. Now, I just had a friend over to the house yesterday, and she had some of my coffee, and she ended up buying a bag, and retail, this bag is $38. Now, I've heard some people say that's very expensive for a bag of coffee, but if you're going to stop at the gas station every day and pay $1.99, you're going to be paying $60 for the same amount of coffee. So we just got to break it down and think about this a little bit smarter here, don't we? So then with this amazing coffee bean, we add chaga in this coffee. Now, when I first started buying this coffee, I was on 13 painkillers a day, 3 antidepressants, and 1 antacid. And the reason why I was on all this is because I fell 15 feet in the military. My spine was pretty much like an accordion, squished. And I threw away all my painkillers when I started drinking this coffee. Doesn't mean I was still in a little bit of pain because I had something called radiculopathy. That's another story. But I was amazed. And after being on painkillers, I had my first neck surgery in 2005. So in 2004, I had been starting a lot of drugs. I was on the Percocets, the Darvocets. I mean, I couldn't move my right arm. I just cannot describe to you the pain that having a herniation in your neck is like. It's excruciating. But anyway, um, my liver was shutting down when I started this coffee, and I had nerve damage. So when you watch the TV, it seems like all the commercials now on television round about all about the COVID shot, prescription drugs, then it's the lawsuits, then it's the ads for all the prescriptions. So you're constantly being bombarded with all of these drugs. Well, they did show there's something called tachycardia kinesia. I think I'm not even saying that right. Tachycardia has to do with your heart, but it's where your nervous cells are damaged and you get these involuntary spasms. I had that. So I had a difficult time writing. My hands would jump. And when I would sit, you could see my feet pop. They just boom, boom. Well, they'll tell you on the ads that this is an irreversible condition. Well, I don't have that anymore. My nerves they don't pop no more. Right? I don't have an issue. So I really account it started with this coffee. There's nervous cell system support in this. So there's Bacopa, Ganoderma, Gotu-Kola, and Chaga in this coffee. That's what we add to our coffee. So I'm sipping my toxic-free coffee. And I can't hear you. You're muted there, David.
Sorry, one of the dogs said that my coffee is not as good as yours, and it probably is not.
Well, y'all. So let's look, guys.
Coffee is a very important thing in the morning.
I know, right?
Good coffee is even more important. And you had said that the beans grow in volcanic ash, which makes it sweeter. And if you're not putting in a lot of white sugar or some kind of creamer byproduct, which probably is not actually even real cream. And doctors have always said to me, if you can drink it black, it's better for you than any other way you contaminate it. So
right.
I would imagine that a sweet coffee could probably be drank black.
A lot of people throw away their cream and sugar when they switch to this coffee. But just imagine if you have 1 cup a day, 1 tablespoon a day, you're not going to be drinking a whole pot anymore. I mean, at first you're going to have to.
You're not going to drink a whole pot every morning?
No, you're not going to need it. No.
Oh, okay. You're not going to need it. That's different than you're not going to drink a whole pot of coffee every day.
Well, if you want to, you can go ahead, but boy, that would get very expensive. But when you're drinking a cup of coffee like this and it's so healthy, think about the nutrition you're getting. And I don't know, I'll do 1 tablespoon, and the best way to do it is get a French press. And I bought a French press that's stainless steel, double stainless steel all the way around it. I love that. They make glass ones, but it don't stay hot. So just get your stainless steel one. Put 1 tablespoon of the coffee grounds in the French press, pour your hot water on top, let it sit, run the thing up and down, and you get, this is my size of coffee. And you know what? I'll pour hot water back in that carafe and I'll do it again. So I'll get 2 cups. The second cup is a little weaker, but when you've got all this nutrition in this cup of coffee, and when I started drinking, I was getting breast biopsies every 6 months, and I had extreme pain in my breast. I had pre-cancer on my lips. My lips burnt, and they felt like they were on a hot plate, and they were cracking, and they bled, and a lot of pain. Well, when I start drinking this coffee, that goes away. Isn't $38 for preferred customer pay for a bag of coffee, and you drink 1 cup a day, and it eliminates all these issues that I have. Wouldn't that be worth it?
They would
Wow.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
Although I
So
guess
let me
I'd have to move the broadcast to like 3 o'clock in the morning before I go to bed if I could only have one cup of coffee a day. But no.
Okay, so I called up my friend and she goes, "You can't come to my house." And I said, "Well, what's going on, Sharon?" She goes, "Well, I have a migraine. I'm in bed. I can't move." I said, "Sharon, I gave you a cup of coffee. Do you still have it?" She says, "Yes." I said, "Go drink it. I'm on my way to your house." She comes running out of her house. I got there in about 20 minutes. Her face is all lit up. She goes, "Oh my gosh, Melanie, my migraine's gone and I only drank half a cup." I said, "I told you." Like, so she gives the other half a cup to her husband who has lower back pain, and his lower back pain goes away. I see this all the time, folks. So quit going to the gas station and paying $1.99 for a cup of coffee, which would cost you $60 by the end of the month, and just buy a bag and make it at home. I'm saving you a ton of money, and it's just really good for you. So when I had all my cancer issues go away, which they told me I needed a bone marrow biopsy when I started this coffee, and a month later they took me back in and checked my blood work, and my bone marrow biopsy got canceled. My doctor just said, she goes, you don't need to do this anymore. So I googled chaga. Look at chaga. It's CHAGA. Do your research. Just look at the health benefits of chaga. We put 10 times the amount of chaga into 1 cup of coffee at Sizzle International. You know why our formulator did this? Is because it's the most amazing mushroom you can ever drink. So in Siberia, they're a cancer-free society. And when I found that research, I was like, no wonder I got better. And then I have people say to me, "Well, I'm not sick." Okay, did you hear what just happened to me on this coffee? You tell me you don't need it because you're not sick, but why not drink it for prevention?
Please drink it for prevention. And you said Siberia. So does that mean that Mr. Putin is actually concerned with the health of his people? I mean, he may be Joe Biden's enemy. He may not be. He may be Trump's best friend. I don't know. But it's interesting to hear when a leader is concerned with the health of his people. Although Siberia can be very cold, so you probably want a hot cup of coffee with you a lot of the time while you're there.
Yeah, and so in this research that I had found, Siberians live to be 90 to 110 years old. Inuits have the same. Huh?
I said, I'm going to Siberia then.
Well, no, just get my coffee. You'll be okay. You can stay here. You can stay here.
I'll stay here. Hey, if anyone is watching over on the Facebook side, I did try to post the link to the YouTube channel. If you tap it, it should bring you over here. I don't know if you can watch it on Facebook on the YouTube channel link, but it is on YouTube. You go to Boogie With The Bull. If you search Boogie With The Bull on YouTube, it will bring you to the most recent episode, which should be this live one today, Tuesday, October 25th. I did go over there. It is running, but there's a link in the news feed from my Dave Glovin profile that will bring you to the YouTube channel. If not, come over to the YouTube channel and I'll share it all over Facebook if I can. But anyway, back to Melanie. I'm sorry I cut you off there.
No, you're fine. So I brought out my little sheet here of a chart. Here's a cafe comparison chart that we have that we published. Okay. And so if you see Sizzle Cafe Coffee Black, it has Chaga Bacopa Gotukula and organic Ganoderma. That's another mushroom. Now, no other coffee has all those ingredients in it, but it's still the cheapest cup of coffee. And we're looking at Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a coffee that just has Ganoderma in it. Anyway, so Let's look at, we talked about the manufacturing procedure of this coffee. Chaga contains vitamins, flavonoids, phenols, minerals, and enzymes to support the immune and digestive support. It'll help clean your digestive tract out too. Ganoderma is an ancient mushroom used in traditional Chinese medicine to promote longevity. Now, chaga is hundreds of times better than Ganoderma. Bacopa, don't let this small Indian herb fool you. Research shows Bacopa lends big support for the memory. David, you need this cup of coffee.
I need
Go to
coffee every morning.
Go to Kula. The leaves and stems of Gotu Kola have a long history of supporting respiratory health. So there you have it. And there's much more support. That's just a general breakdown of our coffee.
Yep. Much more support. What else do we have? I know that there's a whole line of fascinating stuff. Everything people think that you can use in your house, in your on your body. You said Tom, and I can never remember Tom's last name, but didn't Tom develop most of the products that were used in car washes and things like that? And to me, I'm a car guy. So if you're a car guy like me, you worry about everything. I've got a 21-year-old automobile, and most of it, for the most part, looks pretty much brand new for 21 years old. So, I'm sure there are alternatives there, and everything else from, I can't show it publicly, but this little bottle of ibuprofen or something,
You get this coffee, you probably won't need that ibuprofen no more.
You can throw your ibuprofen away or not buy it anymore. You don't need it.
A little No, I don't. My neck's all metal. So I've had some instances where I got hurt really bad. I got knocked down by my horse twice, and I ended up having to go to therapy imagine having a metal neck and it getting jolted. There's occasion where I need a little medical intervention. And I have had what?
Just a little.
Well, yeah. I went 9 months without.
Although I apologize on that little bit of sarcasm for you, Melanie. It was not. It was definitely not a little. Did you mention what happened? The injury in the service, and I want to thank you for your service, but not. I want to apologize on behalf of America for what happened. But did you mention the injury that led to moving into all of this stuff?
Yeah, well, so in the military, I was actually I was a brute. I ran at lunchtime every day. I lifted weights. I was into bodybuilding. I was addicted to exercise. But I was trained to tear apart jet engines and rebuild them. It was aircraft intermediate maintenance. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. And it was about 4:00, and all of our shop management came down the steps. Ensign Davis, they're like, we need an engine removed from the test cell today. Can you all go down? The crew, we all went down to the test cell to remove an engine at 4:00. So all the officers are home. We left the test rails. The engine test cell is about 15 feet high, and we had safety rails that we left down. And there's a hoist operator that had a hold of the turbo prop. Now, the aircraft that I actually the engine that I actually fixed is the same engine on a C-131 or a P-3 Orion. It was actually the P-3 Orion. It's the same engine. So if you imagine how large that propeller was, there was a hoist operator that had a hold of that propeller, and it was stuck on the engine shaft. I went to turn around to the hoist operator, and as soon as I turned around to the hoist operator, because the propeller was stuck, the propeller swung off the engine shaft and hit me in the backside, and I fell 15 feet. I landed on a cement pad on my feet, and I continued to work. And it
You
jarred me.
continued to work.
I did. I stood up.
Amazing.
Now, well, I didn't know I hurt myself. It did hurt when I landed, like it stung all the way up to the top of my head, but not I don't know how many days it was after that. I was doing my run at lunchtime, and in my last like 500 feet, I would sprint. And when I kicked it in high gear at the end of my run, I felt my lower back shift. And I still remember that feeling to this day. It was really weird. But as soon as I stopped running, I went down into a hunched position because my back just hurt really bad. They started putting me on light duty. I was on Motrin and then naproxen, and then I got transferred to California for flight line studies. Being a flight line mechanic is a little different than tearing apart the engine and rebuilding it. So they pulled me from the flight line studies, and at this point, I'm on the highest form of anti-inflammatory drugs, and I couldn't talk. Like I almost walked out in front of a car. It made me not, and they were telling me there was nothing wrong with me. So I just said, look, just get me out of the military. And I did. And that was the beginning of my spinal injuries. And in 2004, my right arm I couldn't move it. And I had 2 discs removed from my neck, and it was plated. And then in 2012, I couldn't even pull apart a cheese bag. I was having a hard time controlling my legs. And I was on actually I was on 15 painkillers at the time. I was on 3 cyclobenzaprines, 3 Vicodin, and 9 gabapentins a day, which that's where my nerve damage had come from, was the gabapentin. But I was in so much pain, guys. And
Ouch. I'm sorry.
they had
Ouch to your body is all I can say.
It's been a really
meaning what you were having to take. Not I mean, ouch what you did to your body, but more ouch what you had to put into your body.
Look, Dave, Melanie was high. There's no cognition here. You couldn't talk to me. I was so high. It was just, yeah,
Ouch.
Not normal.
No, ouch. Okay.
My liver was actually shutting down. I had high liver enzymes when I started this coffee.
Yep.
So this coffee for me is very, very precious to me. But I was also diagnosed with radiculopathy, and that's where your nerves in your back are being pinched. And they'll put needles in all your muscles and all your body, and they'll find out where the nerve damage is. Yeah. I had half the.
They tickle, but not. But they tickle, but not in a good way. They were putting.
No.
I think it was 110 volts into my legs, and I remember looking at the tech, kind of laughing and going, "Is that all you got?" But it is not. It is not fun to anyone if you have not had one. But
yeah, what do they call that? An EMG, electromagnetic. What is? Anyway, it feels like you're in.
Electro it hurts test.
You got it. I think I was sweating by the time I got out of that test, because they'll literally put little needles in every muscle in your body, and you're right, Dave. They'll jolt it to see if it's working. I had half the conduction going down my left leg.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty rough.
Not fun.
I actually thought.
Go ahead.
So the next product that I started taking after I got the coffee was, and I'm going to show you, this is a Fire and Ice Tea. It's a toxic-free energy drink. So for all you people out there that are going to the store and buying Red Bulls, or, they're damaging your heart. So why do you buy it? Why do they even sell it? Seriously.
They addict you to it, probably, I have to say, knowing that they know that it is bad for you, and just it's profits. They want you to buy it for as long as you can, because probably when you stop buying it, someone else is just getting into the cycle. And it's vicious in the case of Red Bull. I know that because I had a partner in a business that was so bad that every time I left the office to go do something, he would call me on the way back and say, grab one of those 4-packs. And
wow.
I don't know. I don't know how he could have done it. I honestly
Yeah.
don't.
Well, in my in my hometown back in Pennsylvania, there was, carnivals, and I will never forget, there was a girl that dropped dead in the parking lot from drinking energy drinks mixed with alcohol. And she also had some pills in her. She dropped dead.
That's even the worst. I mean, the stuff is so good for you that you need to mix something else with it. And I mean that sarcastically. The stuff is so good for you that you have to mix something else with it. And I bet if you asked the manufacturers, they would probably, maybe on a good day, honestly tell you don't. Just, if you're going to drink it, just drink it straight.
Well, and then look at Pepsi. You dump a Pepsi on your car and the paint comes off, and yet we drink it. Well, I don't no more. I use this stuff.
Or you go to McDonald's and you buy a burger and you pour Pepsi all over it, and then you bury it in the backyard and go back every few days. And it's the same thing. That was a project that a teacher I know very well used to do with her school kids. That they'd take that McDonald's burger and not even put it in a bag or anything, just bury it underground and go back like every 2 days, and it was still there. And the understanding that, and it probably scared the kids only because of that age, but it was kind of to get to you. You eat this thing and it's going to be in you forever. And I'm the wrong person to talk about that kind of stuff, because my drive up to work from Connecticut to Massachusetts was anything that had sausage in it on a breakfast sandwich, and probably stopping 4 times at every McDonald's on the way before I got to my office. And it was a 60-mile ride. So,
well, I'll tell you what this stuff right here does. Okay. This has 31 years of research on it by Dr. Alan DeWeese. It's got 4 grams of carbohydrates in it, which she actually says that there's enough carbohydrates in this drink to use it as a meal replacement. It boosts your internal metabolism. There's less than 1 gram of sugar in this. It's full of B vitamins, and there's vitamin C in this, and potassium and things like that. But I tell you what, I've been in this business for 7 years. I bet you I've been without this for a whole 1 week, my whole 7 years, because this is so delicious. And when you're drinking this with all the B vitamins, you just feel good. Your brain, and there's a little bit of chaga in this too. But anyway, so we have options in this company to have some delicious drinks without going to the store and buying these toxic ones that are killing everybody. And we know it's killing everybody. And it's just, really, every time I see a Red Bull truck or Monster drink, I'm like, oh my gosh, please, people, don't buy it. This will cost you
I'm sorry I cut you off again. We got to start getting people to put Sissel decals or wraps on their cars.
Maybe I should do that.
Yep. You should start doing that. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'll create a banner that has the website. I'm sorry I cut you off again. I don't mean to do it, but
you're good.
Maybe if I drank that coffee and got all those toxics out of my head in the morning, I might be normal. But carry on, please.
Hey. This is round table.
That's a good thing when I say that. Carry on. Continue.
This is good. We're drinking coffee together, Dave. Now, mine's a little bit better than yours, but I'm gonna send you a couple packs. I'm going to send you a couple packs, okay?
Thank you.
I'll go to the store today, and you're going to be amazed. But
I will, I'm sure.
So, okay, for those of you who do not drink coffee, we have a green tea. And when Tom traveled the whole world and went to world tea festivals to find the finest, and he chose Sencha green tea out of Asia. And of course, we make sure there's no toxins in our tea. And for those of you who are allergic to mushrooms, this green tea has no Ganoderma in it. It has the chaga in it, Gotu and Bacopa in it. And I drink at least 1 cup of green tea a day, and then we make a collagen product. It's got 24 grams of collagen. And I checked one of my competitors because somebody was trying to sell me their collagen. And I'm not going to mention a name, but they only had 5 milligrams of collagen. And I tried to explain to her, this isn't just 10 times the difference. This is 1,000 times the difference. You're buying 5 milligrams of collagen in your company, but mine has 24 grams, which is 1,000 times more. 24 times, you get the whole, there's 1,000 milligrams in a gram. So, but we couldn't get her to see the difference in that. She'd rather buy 1 strawberry rather than a whole bushel. That's what we, anyway.
Well, it's probably probably like me or other people who, you go to the grocery store and buy a pound of fruit and you eat 1 and the other 10 die before you do that. But I think 1 strawberry is a little bit excessive.
Well, and look, my hair is growing so fast. Look, I'm letting my gray hair come in because this collagen product, my hair's growing 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch a week. And I'm like, okay, I am not coloring my hair every week. I'm just letting it grow in. And by the way,
will it eventually help with gray hair? Well,
yeah.
I mean, once your hair goes gray, is there a natural way to help bring the color back? Now, I mean, I know men, it doesn't matter to us. I mean, my beard goes gray, goes white now, and guys just think it makes us look more distinguished. So, and I understand our wives and significant others don't want to be seen with any gray. My mother's 85, and she doesn't want to be seen with any gray.
Oh, well, look, I'm wearing it proudly. But see this part right here, Dave?
Yep. But it looks like back by your headphones, there is, by the top of your headphones, it looks like there is some color coming back there.
My hair used to be completely gray. I started getting gray in my 30s, but we make an age reversal product, and I actually have women who use this age reversal product, and their dark hair came back. Their gray hair is completely gone. Now, I'm probably not going to gain all of my color back, and this is why. I've got a lot of injuries. Stem cells, when stem cells are produced, they go to where they're needed, and I'm just thinking about what stem cells do. My stem cells are probably all going to my injuries. They're going to my back. They're going to my hips. They're going to my knees. My knees hurt terribly before I got on these products. But so other people that don't have these injuries, maybe that's why their hair is coming back dark instead of gray. I have an Amish lady in Clare that's using the age pill, and her hair is completely back to dark. She's a little bit younger than I am, but that's pretty amazing.
Yep.
So anyway, back to Tom. You asked me about Tom, and I never got.
As there in the script, it said drink coffee.
So yeah, Tom Maurer Sr. is the formulator of our products. He made the engine degreasers. So when you put your greasy part in some solution and you lift it up, the grease just drops off. He discovered that same engine degreaser in your shampoo, and he was angry when he found that. So they asked him in 1986, he worked at Dell Chemical out west, and they said, Tom, you make the finest industrial chemicals. Everybody loves your products. So when you go to the car wash and you get your car washed at the, anyway, that's his soap. He formulated that soap. And when you go to the hospital and you see how super shiny the floor is, he made the floor wax. That's some of the chemicals that this man formulated, products, industrial products. And when he found that the engine degreasers were in his shampoo, he threw the shampoo bottle across the room And he actually discovered it when they asked him to start making shampoo. He just went home and said, well, let's see what I'm going to be making tomorrow. And he threw it. He got his 9-year-old son, who was Tom Maurer Jr. at the time, who now runs Sizzle International. And they started churning toxic-free products with a little hand churner in their garage. It was actually one of those big cement churners. That's how he started making toxic-free products. Now we have a 400,000 square foot manufacturing facility that he paid cash for. He made this facility for the purpose of giving people like me a residual income. He made this business for us to be able to market and to share the story of living a toxic-free life. And if we just get these toxins out of our house and use toxic-free products, you're going to boost your immune system. You're going to feel better. Probably a lot of your respiratory issues can potentially be gone because fragrances that are in your cleaning products and your shampoos and your makeup cause respiratory issues. So my story is, let's just go toxic free. So
go toxic free.
That's
Do
right.
it right now.
That's right.
Matter of fact, the way you go toxic free right now is look at the bottom of your screen. It says toxicfreeinitiative.sissel.net. toxicfreeinitiative.sissel.net. Healthy alternatives for you and your body. And if you go there, there's all kinds of information on the products. And if you buy anything, yes, it is sold to you by Melanie. You don't have to track Melanie down. But if you do, Melanie does have a phone number that if she wishes, she'll release, and you can call her. She may not always be available to talk to you at that moment when you call, but she will arrange something with you if she's not, and she will give you all of this information one-on-one and help you tune in, turn on, and go natural. Randy Rhodes has a question for you. Yes, Randy, we do see you. We were just trying to get things set up over here on YouTube. The YouTube live chat is open. When you come into YouTube, if it doesn't automatically show up on you, then you just look for the live chat tab, hit that, and that will bring you into the YouTube live chat. So Randy, if you're here, you are more than welcome to ask a question.
Hi, Randy.
Can you see Randy in the YouTube live chat?
I cannot. I only see you, Dave.
You only see me. All right. Well, Randy,
Yep.
come on in. And if I need to, I will read the question. Anyone else, if you're watching on Facebook, because Don, one of our buddies, is sharing us all over Facebook right now. It should be on my Dave Glovin profile, but if it's not, Don is sharing it all over. Everybody is sharing it all over. So hit that. I know that if you're watching on Facebook and there is no option to be in the YouTube live chat, you have to come over to the Boogie With The Bull channel. And once you do that, you will be able to be in the YouTube live chat. And I have cut off Melanie, and I don't want you to do that, so I'm going to. And Randy does have a lot of issues with pain. Randy had some leg problems and went through a series of 4 surgeries dealing with pain. He also, at one point, stopped seeing that pain doctor and went to another one who said that, for lack of a better word, your pain was psychosomatic. It really wasn't there. And when he stopped taking some things, there was no pain there. I don't know if pain came back, but so I'm not 100% sure on the question that he's asking me to ask, but because I don't know if he's asking, is there a natural alternative to tell your brain that there is no pain there, over taking something that says there is there is pain there, that's a whole different issue. Your brain, I think, feels whatever your brain is going to feel, and it's not necessarily always there. You have something to get rid of the pain. The pain. Oh, all right. The pain did in fact come back. I guess he was on all of this stuff because he felt pain, and the doctors were giving him all of that stuff. Then he did see another doctor who said no, took him off of all that stuff. There was no pain. Now all of a sudden, the pain is back, and it was multiple leg surgeries to try to relieve pain that was so bad that he wasn't walking for a long period of time.
Well, so if people are in pain, I always turn them toward what I experienced as, all my injuries. We make a joint supplement product. And this joint supplement product has things like Cucurum longa at extreme amounts, which takes away inflammation. And it has type 2 chicken collagen in it. Now, when my leg pain actually went away, now let's track this. I got the coffee, which lowered my pain levels enough to throw away my painkillers. But then when I took the joint supplement, I was able to start walking again. The radiculopathy is the nerve damage. And I had, my toes felt frostbitten. My shins burnt. My knees hurt. It was hard for me to even bend over and get a flake of hay to give to my horse. Now I can bend over. So I recommend the Renovator, which is our joint supplement, and then the Supra Omega Plus. And the reason why I recommend this, now this will cost you about $100 a month. If you took these two products for about 3 months and you've seen a difference for $100 a month, would that be worth it to you? Okay. The Renovator is approximately $44. The Super Omega Plus is around $62. So that's around $100. Shipping $110. And the reason why I suggest the Super Omega Plus is because omega oils, if you've ever heard of Dr. King used to talk about super omegas on the TV. Now, what was in that product is
Can you see that on your screen? The opioids were telling me I had pain, got off the opioids, and the pain went away, but it came back. I don't know if can you see that on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Randy, I'm just saying that these drugs alter nervous cell system function. So your pain came back. Please give it a chance. If you don't want to do both of those products, pick the Renovator 1 month, use it for a month or two, and then pick the Super Omega Plus the next month, use it for a month or two. Give me a call. I mean, these products do change people's lives. My number is 989-324-7122. Call me. Let's talk it out. If you go to a doctor, they're going to practice medicine on you. And opioids are not good. That's why you got to sign a paper with your doctor and your mailman to get it. They're just, oh my goodness, they're so horrible for you. And if we can give you something in nature that your body can take. And I literally actually thought that my herniations in my spine was healed because I felt so good on these products. All I did was put my cat on my shoulder, which my cat weighed about 12 pounds. And I felt something in my thoracic hurt a little bit. And it started burning my cat was on my shoulder for about 10 minutes. Well, in about 3 days, I can't even reach for a cup of coffee. So that told me that my herniations are still in my spine. But imagine having 3 herniations in your spine, but still being able to function. Like I couldn't even do dishes before these products. So I've improved my functionality on these products. I'm able to walk again. I'm able to do dishes. I can clean my house a little bit better. I still have to be careful because the herniations aren't gone, but they've certainly helped me function better. Randy, I'm just asking you, give it a try. When you take natural God-given ingredients, God gave us amazing bodies. And when you feed it properly, you can recover because of how our bodies are made. And with the proper nutrition, you can feel better or function better on what we have our hands on here. So when you go to toxicfreeinitiative.sissel.net, put that up in your address bar and it will say join. Now you can join either as a preferred customer, which all that means is when you go to my website, I'm going to get credit and I'm a distributor, so I'm going to make commission. You can join as a distributor so that way you can make commission too. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to, but just go join as a preferred customer. You're going to enter your name, address, email. Your birthday is just to secure your account and your phone number. That's all they want. You then will log into your own website, Randy. And when you log into your website, you order the product when you want. There's no minimum requirement month per month. We don't do any of that. And you order it when you want, because I used to order for all my customers, but then I got probably 400 people in this business. And all I did was order for people all day long. And I didn't have a life. And I had to teach my people how to order for themselves. So it's very, very easy to do this. And, like I said, you don't have to be a distributor. You can just be a preferred customer, have the product shipped to your house, order it when you want. And it's very, very simple that way. Okay. But call me in if you have any questions.
Call Melanie if you have any questions.
And I'm a biochemist. So
she's a biochemist.
Here I am. Yep.
She's a DNA forensics. I don't know what the word is. Brainiac.
I'm a DNA. Yeah, well, I do have a triple degree. So
triple degree, and she even sings very well.
Thank you, David. I'm actually doing auditions for America's Got Talent on November the 4th at 10 a.m. And then there's a guy in my area that's been doing entertainment shows for 50 years. Yeah. And the first time I went to sing for him, he was like, yeah, I could lie to her. Just, he liked me. He was like, I could lie to her just because I like her. But the second time I went to see him, he was like, yeah, this girl's got some talent and he's going to work with me and we're going to do some shows. But I'm learning all the old fashioned music, the Supremes and Karen Carpenter and old fashioned, because he does all these Frank Sinatra hits. So okay. I'm pretty excited about it.
Randy wanted me to put the number on the screen. So if you give me the number slow enough again so I can type it, then that way people will be able to get it.
989 324 7122.
Okay. Now, people, be nice when you call. Don't call 24 hours a day and wake Melanie up. Think about it if you don't want to call at 4 o'clock in the morning, then don't call Melanie at 4 o'clock in the morning. But, normal life hours, I'll put it that way. Can't say really normal business hours because nobody has normal business hours anymore. Normal life hours. And like I said, if she is not available to talk to you at that moment, she will set up an appointment for you. And sometimes it's better to have that one-on-one time rather than trying to grab all the information and record all of the information that you can. Thanks to our friend Don. We're being shared all over Facebook. It's in all of our groups on Facebook. It's on the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel live right now. If you want to be in the live chat, go to the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel, click on live chat, and you'll be able to be a part of the broadcasting. And the stupid people that are making stupid comments in the Boogie with the Bull YouTube live chat. As you make your stupid comment right now, you will be blocked forever and you will not be able to come back. If you want to advertise in the Boogie with the Bull YouTube live chat, talk to us. I mean, advertise your business, plug your groups on Facebook, that's fine. But if you make a stupid comment plugging something stupid, you're going to be blocked, because that's all. That's all I got to do. We're also live over on Streetlock, STREETLOC.com, streetlock.com. Everybody knows about it. Go to Streetlock, join, and you'll see on my profile and in the Streetlock newsfeed this broadcast. This is an example of the broadcast that I want to bring to Streetlock. So I'm glad that Melanie is with us this morning. Yes, Randy, you saw that ad, and it was blocked, and that person has been blocked from the YouTube live chat forever, because I didn't think that those people could get in here and block. 989-324-7122. The dogs are fighting over the phone right now to see who's going to be able to grab the phone and call. 989-324-7122. That's Melanie's number. And there it is. That's Melanie's number. Like I said, be respectable when you call, and you'll get all kinds of information. Buy the coffee. And if you like the coffee, let me know. If you like the coffee, we might have to have it packaged for Boogie with the Bull, if we can, and sell it through Melanie.
Oh, so let me tell you, I got to tell you a very amazing story, okay? I was in Dayton, Ohio. I spoke in Dayton, Ohio. Look for that video. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. I describe mRNA. I go through toxic-free living. I go through my testimony. But there was a woman that I met down there. Her myelin sheath in her nervous cell systems was destroyed. She has had MRIs, CAT scans of her brain. The doctors have told her there's nothing they can do for her. They won't even check her anymore because they said there's nothing we can do. Now, having no myelin sheath on the ends of your nervous cell systems, that's very, very dangerous. There's cell signals that go from your brain down your nervous cell systems. And if your myelin sheath are destroyed, those cell signals can't go. She's a Christian woman. She prayed. She believes she had a miracle. But the day she ordered the Sizzle coffee, she was telling me, she goes, Melanie, I don't know what's wrong with me, but my hands are numb and I can't think. Well, I talked to her on Sunday. The numbness in her hands is gone and her thinking is clearer. This is huge, folks. This is huge. Like, I see miracles. I want to call it a miracle because God is good, okay? But I see people's lives change. Just give me a call. Let's have a chat. I am not a high-pressure salesperson. I will not chase you down. I've got enough people in this business. I got enough people that are changing their life on these products. I work with those that want to be worked. The coffee's $38 a bag for a preferred customer to buy. That is the brew, but we also have an instant that costs $29, which is just a scoop in one cup of water. And David and I were talking about, you don't need a whole pot of coffee with this coffee because it's so good and it's full of nutrition. You're just going to look forward to that one cup of coffee. And David's going to get some free samples for me to try out. And we're going to go from there. But
can you drink more? Can you drink more than one? Not that you'll want to. Should you only limit it? Because a lot of times I'm up an hour before doing stuff, and that first cup wakes me up, and then I like having a cup on the desk with me. But should you not drink more than so many cups a day? Should you actually not drink a pot of it? I mean, is there too much of a good thing? Wait a minute. Your mic muted again. Nope. It's not me. I know you had to pop out last time and pop back in. I want to try to avoid that. Nope, it says no. Let me see. Nope, it says that your mic is muted. No, it's not on our end, but can't unmute your guests because they chose to mute themselves. Okay, Melanie will pop back in and come with us. Technical issues of live whatever. Plus, we moved it over to YouTube this morning, which is what we may have to do. There comes a time when you're on Facebook and you just have to move it over and see if they let you succeed.
I'm back.
You're back.
Sorry about that, guys.
You may have to send your Boogie With The Bull headset and mic.
I went to get up.
That's all right. Randy wanted to know. Randy asked at the same time that you started talking about the prices. Randy wanted to know how big is a bag? How big is a bag?
I'm gonna let me get up. I'm gonna show you. I was trying to get up and I accidentally unplugged myself again. That's why I went mute. Hang on.
That's okay. So again, if you're watching on Facebook and you want to be part of the live chat, go over to YouTube, search Boogie With The Bull, and that will bring you into our discussion today with Melanie Smeltzer, and she wants to show us the bag of coffee right now. Are you still with us? Yep, she's still with us. She's walking around. Yep. Are you? It's scratched in and out there. Randy wants to know, is it a 1 pound bag? Is it bigger? Okay. I'm not. Can you?
I'm here.
There you go. All right. Randy wants to know if it is a 1 pound bag. Is it bigger?
No, this is okay. How many ounces in the? So if you do 1 tablespoon of coffee a day in this, it'll last you 30 days. This is 12 ounces.
Yeah. Okay. It's 12.
So
it's a 12-ounce bag, so it's a little less than a pound. And I know the average, if you have a Keurig like we do, and you put your own grounds into the gold filter or the reusable filter that you have, it's about a teaspoon. Doesn't take much when you're brewing. If you have an industrial size cup like Melanie and you want to drink, you don't need a pot of coffee because your cup holds a pot of coffee. Then you might need a little bit more. But
yeah. It's worth it. So if you do 1 tablespoon of that ground and you put this stainless steel carafe is the best because it keeps it hot. And so I'll fill up the carafe about up to here for my first cup of coffee, and then I'll fill it again and drink another cup. And
I thought that was your cup.
Oh, no.
I mean, come on, if you're going to drink coffee. No.
Yeah. If you want to drink a whole pot of sizzle coffee, by all means, go ahead. But you better have a couple $100 to put toward it every month.
Hey. It's an investment in your health.
It is, but 1 cup will do you.
Right, 1 cup will do it for you. Right now, like I said, you can go to, let me get back up here for a second. The website to go to, where is it? There it is. The website to go to is Toxic Free Initiative, one word, toxicfreeinitiative.net, toxicfreeinitiative.sissel.net, and then you can go back to the comments, and you can scroll up, and there, this number, 989-324-7124, 989-324-7124. That's the number to reach Melanie. Like I said, again, be respectable when you call. Think about how you would feel if someone called you at 3 o'clock in the morning, and don't wake up Melanie. Plus, her dog Ty does deserve some time to sleep, so don't call and wake up Ty at 3 o'clock in the morning, because Ty might not appreciate it, and then you might not get the Sissel products that he knows Melanie is trying to help you with. Again, I don't know if I have to do it on YouTube, but I'm going to do it anyway. Again, we're not doctors. Melanie probably has enough knowledge to be a doctor. She should. And maybe one day she will be. But it's up to you how you decide to do this. If you see or hear about something and you want to try it, by all means, you should. And then for those of you old school people, if you think you have to take everything you want to do and show it to your doctor and get doctor approval, then that's what you got to do too. I'm kind of on the fence somewhere, because I've got Melanie who will tell me about things that I should. I've got a sister who did and does holistic health for a long time. Then I've got all the conventional doctors, and more what I'm finding is some of my doctors kind of embrace some of, I want to call it holistic health, and I'm not sure if that's the right word, or alternatives, whatever. And they're bringing it more and more into their practices. So again, the decisions are up to you. Plus, I don't want to do anything to make YouTube say you're gone, because Facebook says you're gone almost every day.
Yeah.
Which is
they don't like the truth. They don't like the truth.
You know, I don't know if YouTube does either, but you know, YouTube is kind of necessary in this world right now. And we're live on StreetLock, also StreetLoc.com. I think this is what we'll kind of do. We'll just play with, we'll do it on YouTube.
So for Randy's sake, I want to tell you a story. I go into this woman's home, right? And she's got bone on bone in both her knees. She goes, "This won't work for me. I'm already bone on bone." All right, so we pour a cup of coffee. I sit down with a big smile on my face. 30 minutes later, she's over on her computer ordering 2 bags of coffee. She could not believe her knee pain was gone. Okay? There you go, Randy.
Was gone. If you got 30 days, your pain could be gone.
I'm going to go to the post office today and send you some coffee there.
Go to the post office and send me some coffee. I'll give you the address after the broadcast. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Y'all, listen. Y'all have a beautiful day. And it's been fun having coffee with you, Dave and Randy and whoever else might have seen it.
I'll have to find an afternoon to have you back, or Wednesday evening. Now that we know YouTube and StreetLock work as an alternative, we can probably find a time that works better for you, rather than dragging you out of bed at the coffee crack of dawn and having you do it. But let us know when you're going to audition, and so that
November 4th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Yep. All right. And let us know if you get past that first step of auditions, and we can watch you, and everybody will. I'll make sure that you win. And when you win, I just want to be your opening act.
Aw. Thanks, Dave.
All right, Melanie, always a pleasure. You are welcome to be on the panel anytime you want, or anytime I beg you to be on the panel. It's always fun.
You have a beautiful day.
All right, you too, Melanie. All right, Melanie Smeltzer from Toxic Free Initiative was with us to talk about all kinds of alternatives to the toxic stuff that you put in your body every day. Watch her, join her Facebook page, and be friends. You'll learn because she's out speaking all the time. And sometimes you can watch where she is speaking. Again, I said, good singer, great singer. Pleasure to watch. I don't know what it is, but when more stuff started happening, when the dementia started kicking in, the music seems to be something that helps, and listening to good music helps. But let's see, where are we time-wise? 1 hour and 5 minutes. So I think that's what we'll do. Then we'll wrap this Boogie With The Bull up now that we got the problems out. We were on the Boogie With The Bull YouTube channel. We were all over Facebook as far as I could spread it. And we tried to have others share it. I'm on all kinds of restrictions again, so I don't know where, if you'll be able to see me. But if you can't see me on Facebook, then what we'll do is we'll just spend time going to YouTube and posting it on Facebook. If you want to be a guest on Boogie With The Bull, all you got to do is message me on Facebook, or you can email me at boogiewiththebull@gmail.com, BOOGIEWITHTHTHEBULL, boogiewiththebull@gmail.com. Coming up tomorrow, Wednesday, Randy Rhodes will be with me. William Rayfield, who is Ray from the Patriot Labs broadcast, will be with me. Johnny Cockbiter, who you know from the videos that he does. We reached out to a lot of other people and waiting to see if they want to reach back to be on. And I'll be here, and we'll just go with the typical political roundtable. A lot to talk about as we get closer to the November 8th, 2022 midterm election. Probably one of the most important elections that people will ever vote in. Very possibly it could be the last election that 18-year-olds may have the privilege of voting into. If we flip this thing called Congress to a majority of Republicans in the House and a majority of Republicans in the Senate, then we probably create the lamest duck president in the history of lame duck presidents, because what appears to be President Joe Biden and puppet master President Barack Obama and Vice President Kamala Harris could be just sitting there not doing anything till 2024. And all I'm going to say on that really is that if you don't think that a Republican can beat a Democrat in the 2024 election, then all I have to say is you need to show me who the Democrats are going to run. Because honestly, I don't think the Democrats have a candidate that could defeat Donald Trump if he ran. Because I think America is fed up with the games that Democrats played against Republicans. And in the past, I'm sure Republicans have played the same games against Democrats. But America wants the truth now. And that's what they want. They don't care about really about who did what to who. They just really want a clear, clean, and honest discussion between both sides. What you did and whether you are sorry for doing it, and you take whatever is dished out. Because, the Democrats tried to impeach Trump, so he had to resign twice. They didn't get it. A Democrat-controlled Senate didn't make him resign and step down. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, is not going to impeach Joe Biden and make him step down during her last few days. as Speaker of the House because she is not going to go through history being the Speaker of the House that impeached a Democrat vice president. It would probably be even worse than Dr. Jill parading Joe around the United States and doing all kinds of mean and rude things to him. I want to see that Senate testimony, maybe even that House testimony. I'd like to see Florida's Kat Kamik have to question Dr. Jill and ask her, why are we doing this to that man? I'm honest and open with my dementia. I'm in the early stages at 60, and Joe Biden is probably, I hate to say this, in the final stages at 77. And it's sad. I see it in my life occasionally, a little bit more now as I start focusing on the dementia. You can be in the middle of a conversation with someone, and all of a sudden you bring in something from left field that has nothing to do with the conversation. And sometimes people are okay with that up to a point, and sometimes they're not. I'm not okay with it up to a point if I actually am listening to what I'm saying and not just letting my mouth ramble. So, again, I'm going to throw it out, and I'll keep throwing it out there that if you are in the early stages of dementia, as I am, or you're bipolar, which I am, which probably makes the dementia a little bit worse, or you have a family member that is in the trenches, just went pro like I did, and you want to be a part of a Boogie with the Bull broadcast that talks about this, message me on Facebook Messenger, email me at boogiewiththebull@gmail.com, and let's get this thing started. I don't know if we'll do it on Facebook anymore, to be honest with you. In the last few minutes of today's Boogie with the Bull broadcast, I don't know if we'll ever do it on Facebook again. And we're live on Street Lock right now, so I'm going to end the Facebook bashing. Street Lock, STREETLOC.com. It's everything on social media that Facebook is not. You can be a conservative patriot, and you can act and be the conservative patriot you are. You can be on Street Lock, and you can be the proud leftist, Democrat, socialist that you are, and people are going to accept you the same. I don't know if there's any transgender talk on Street Lock, but if there is, and you favor it, you have a right to be a part of that conversation. If you don't favor it, you have a right to be a part of that conversation and share it the way social media should be. I used to call it the conservative alternative to Facebook. Then I started saying it's everything that Facebook isn't. I originally started to say it's social media the way it's meant to be enjoyed, and it is. It started out originally as a private network of private communities, and in the last few years, a public side, public groups is starting to emerge. If you are an admin of a Facebook group and you got 1,200,000 members, and you're something that Facebook doesn't really want, drop over to Street Lock and set something up and get your members on Facebook to back you up. I used to tell people, and I still tell people every single day that I do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, if you come on to Facebook and you post something on my profile, then you go to all 8 groups: American Regulators, Boogie with the Bull, Citizen Journalists for the American People, Conservative Freedom Defenders, God Bless Trump and the USA, the Few, the Proud, the Deplorable Group, the Hardcore Conservatives Group, the Ministry of the Truth Group. You even go downstairs into Messenger and hit the Ministry of the Truth group chat. Before you leave the Ministry of the Truth group chat, take every single thing you see there and go over to Streetlock. We have two groups right now over on Streetlock, the Ministry of the Truth group and God Bless Trump and the USA. Excuse me, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my Android 10 monitor that I use for the live chat. And go over to Streetlock, like I said, the Ministry of the Truth group, and God Bless Trump and the USA. Post both things in there. Become my Streetlock friend. Go over to my profile, share it there. Share your stuff into the Streetlock news feed. You will not be censored for whatever you post in there. And help grow an alternative. Right now we have Boogie With The Bull group over on Gab. It needs a total rebuild. We have, let's see, on MeWe, we have American Regulators, Boogie With The Bull, Conservative Freedom Defenders. I believe the Few, the Proud, the Deplorable, and the Hardcore Conservative group are there. We may scale back on what we have to just try to get everybody on MeWe that wants to be a part of our groups, give them one or two options and grow them. But who knows? Yes, I always say we're going to go over to Telegram and start doing things. And lastly, if you are interested in doing your own Boogie With The Bull type broadcast and you have never done it before, but you're just interested, come through Boogie With The Bull boot camp. I usually call it a week because you join us on the 7:30 Eastern broadcasts that we do during the week, the Monday through Friday weekdays. You might join me on the Boogie With The Bull impromptus that happen on Saturday and or Sunday. You'll probably join us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Boogie With The Bull Knights of the Round Table broadcast. And then if you decide that you're ready to do it, I suggest one of two things. Boogie With The Bull, that's me, will hopefully, if our schedules jive, I'll do your live producing for you for a bit. I don't have to be a part of your broadcast. Do not have to be on camera with you while you're doing your broadcast. If you invite me to or want me to, then maybe I will. But it's your broadcast and you do it your way. And we just help you enter the world of citizen broadcasting. If you go downstairs also on Facebook to the Boogie With The Bull page, you'll see it's a mishmash of just about everything. There's music on there. I'm encouraging musicians, anyone related to a job in music. If you want to share that music to the Boogie With The Bull page, become an editor and post stuff related to music. If you're a conservative patriot like me, post your broadcasts, post other people's broadcasts. We're just kind of playing around with the Boogie With The Bull page on Facebook to get an idea of once and for all, when Facebook does finally ban me for life, it's a good idea of what the Boogie With The Bull website will look like. May not necessarily be a mishmash feed of everything, but there may be music groups, there may be conservative patriot groups, there may be leftist, Democrat, socialist groups. Like I said, I don't really care. My whole plan when I came to Facebook 13.5 years ago was to develop a bunch of pages, then eventually move on with groups and maybe keep some of the pages. And then it was supposed to be internet radio because I'm a radio guy, and that's what I wanted to do. But the live stream, like I'm doing now, seems to be the way of the future. And then to take that and become a Facebook community, or what I used to call back then a Facebook within Facebook. And we've pretty much done that only because Facebook has reduced distribution of all the groups so bad that you can't see them. Really, you have to hunt for them. And when you find them and you posted them, if they believe you're not being honest with people, they either delete your post from the group or they flip the group into mandatory post approval. And I think they're getting ready to do that. And it'll be very difficult for me to process everything with 8 groups and my own profile to get things approved and posted on there. So if we end up in mandatory post approval, I will need help. I will need all the moderator help I can get. If you're an admin of a conservative patriot group, either take Boogie With The Bull take our groups under your wing and help us play the best video game I've ever played, Facebook, and continue. A lot of people ask me also, like people that are admins of groups that have 6,700 people, and they say, well, that group that I just joined only has 200 people in it. Well, 13 years ago, we were smart enough, I think, to understand that a small, limited number group like Conservative Freedom Defenders, I think, has 202 people in it right now. But my idea was that if we stayed small, we wouldn't necessarily get a blip on Facebook's radar and have them start attacking me. And what bothers me even more is, like I have said, and I will continue to beat this into the ground, is I got that notification from Facebook. I got that email from Facebook that Dave Glovin is a high profile member of Facebook with the ability to reach a whole lot of Facebook members. So basically, when you cut the bullshit out of that, excuse me, because my grandson may have heard that word that I just used, but when you cut the crap or cut it down to plain English, Facebook just said to me, you're a Facebook profiler. Excuse me, you're a Facebook influencer. I am a profiler on Facebook because I can look at a profile and decide whether or not you need to be my friend and be in our groups. But that comes with experience of being an admin or being a moderator. But basically, when you dilute it all and drink a real good cup of coffee like Melanie was talking about with me this morning, and you clear out your mind, Facebook says to you, you're a Facebook influencer. But what they're really saying is you're a Facebook influencer, but play our game or else you won't be. You know? So it's come to a time where the Boogie With The Bull broadcast kind of need to move on. We're here on YouTube today, and I hope that we will be able to continue on YouTube for a little bit. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube and help us reach 1,000 members. Help us get watched 4,000 hours. And then we get a little bit of help. We get some of the ad revenue that YouTube makes to help us continue to be here on YouTube. If we get bounced from YouTube, well, then the next step is to be live on Facebook and StreetLock, focusing more on StreetLock. And if we get bounced off of Facebook, then we'll figure out whatever we have to do to be on StreetLock. And you might have to come to StreetLock and watch us. We don't ever plan on doing any kind of advertising on Boogie With The Bull other than maybe merchandising something here and there, a coffee mug, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, we plug American business for free because it's the right thing to do. Our economy works when American business works because American business is the backbone of our economy. Yes, Facebook, I have permission to say that because it's copyrighted to me. One more time, if you didn't hear it, our economy works when American business works because American business is the backbone of our economy. Hardcore working Americans who go to bed every night and get up the next morning, early in the morning in some cases, and go out and bust their humps to to stock up and sell you everything that you need, provide the services that you need, regardless of what they are, and do their best to do it for you. One of those people is Randall Rhodes, who is in the YouTube live chat right now. You see him on our broadcast as Randy Rhodes. Sometimes you see him on as Randall Rhodes. And Randy says that's why the Democrats want to shut down small business people. Yes, they do. Because it isn't, if you ask me, it really isn't the Amazons and the Googles and the Facebooks and the Metas that stimulate our economy, because those companies don't pay taxes and they do their best. It's like, listen, remember, Warren Buffett told you that he pays less taxes. Yeah, Warren Buffett pays less taxes than his housekeeper does. And it's always going to be that way. Hang on. I'm trying to get it down to where we want to get it down to on the YouTube monitor. I'm not used to working this one, but we'll just do it there. Anyway, we're here on YouTube and we're doing our best. So you'll see a link. Come on over and join us on YouTube in the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel if you want to be part of the live chat. If you don't, watch it wherever you are. Thanks to everyone who shared the Boogie with the Bull broadcast all over Facebook. If they weren't able to share it because I'm restricted, I apologize, and let me know. I am, I guess, allowed to share it to my my story, and I'm allowed to share it on my profile and in our groups, and you can take it and share it from there. If it didn't share because I'm restricted and I can't go live on Facebook or what other games they played, then we just won't give them a chance. We'll do exactly what we did today. Tomorrow morning at 7:30, Randy Rhodes, William Rayfield from Patriot Labs, the Patriot Labs, Johnny Cockbitter, who's videos you see all over Facebook and other places will be here. Let's see, me, Randy, Ray, and Jonathan. That's 4 out of 6. So there are 2 slots open if someone wants to join us. If you make reservations ahead of time, you're guaranteed a slot. The best way to do that, message me on Messenger, message me on Facebook Messenger, and or let me know by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And if there is a slot open, you're more than welcome to join me. If there is not a slot open on Wednesday, let me know about Thursday or Friday. Friday does include Red Friday and other things that we do on the Let's Get This Weekend Started edition of Boogie with the Bull. So let's see. Yeah, if you can't be on tomorrow's Wednesday, you're welcome to join us on Thursday. You're welcome to join us on Friday. If it is an important topic and you need more than 15 minutes to talk about it, then we'll reduce the Knights of the Round Table on that broadcast, and a few of us will go live with you as the guest. That is always an option. And ultimately, if it's so important that we need to help you do your own broadcast, then we are more than willing to work with you. In our groups here on the Facebook side, Thomas Santo Pascal had a video that was 100% spot on that he did last night. And after watching for about 45 minutes, sorry, Thomas, I had to turn it off. Not because he was not 100% spot on, but he was so energetic about being 100% spot on that even turning my volume down so I could hear it and not interfere with anybody else doing anything in the bedroom studio. I was getting so energized that my brain was on critical overload. Thomas Santo Pascal. We put it up in all of the groups yesterday on my profile. I think it's on the Boogie With The Bull page. All 8 groups: American Regulators, Boogie With The Bull, Citizen Journalists for the American People, Conservative Freedom Defenders, God Bless Trump and the USA, the Few, the Proud, the Deplorable Group, the Hardcore Conservatives Group, the Ministry of the Truth Group are all private groups. The only reason we did that was to make it a little harder to get in, and for trolls and trolls alike, and just keep a little better control on the group. The Boogie With The Bull page, as I said earlier, is a open page. Has about 1,500 likes, which are basically members, and about 1,600 followers. So if likes and followers are different, then there's close to 3,200 members on that page. If they're not, well, then there's 1,600 likes or 1,600 follows, and a good portion of the likes, the members, are following the page as well. But basically, like I said earlier, it's a mishmash of everything. Conservative patriots are well represented by myself with Boogie With The Bull and other things that I post in there. Thomas Santo Pascal's video was posted in there. So I'm throwing out the opportunity that if you want to be able to post your own videos in there, regardless really of what they're about, as well as it mishmashes with everything together. But if you're interested in posting your own videos or your own citizen journalism, plugging your groups here on Facebook, contact me on Facebook Messenger, and the door is open to make you an editor so that you can come in and post your opinions and the things that you do here on Facebook, your groups, your pages as well. Tonight is Wednesday, so make sure it's 7 p.m. Eastern up until 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes it ends a little earlier. Sometimes it ends a little later. Sometimes it's not there and they try to make it up later, which is one of the best things of a broadcast on Facebook. The American Rebellion with Jerry Michaels. Nikki Young was there yesterday. I was watching as long as I could. The live chat is always very active, sometimes even more active than the broadcast, but be there. The American Rebellion, 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes it ends a little earlier. Sometimes it ends a little later. Sometimes they make up for it not being there. Just a casual conversation of what's going on in America and maybe things that we need to change and how we need to change them. And, sometimes it gets a little heated, but really it's just a bunch of people relaxing and sharing together. And it's a good thing, a nice, easy thing to watch. The American Rebellion broadcast is heard on the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook, for those of you watching on Facebook. And at 1:35, an hour and 35 minutes of Boogie With The Bull, we are actually going to pull it earlier and send you on to enjoy the rest of your day. It looks outside like it's in the 60s, maybe 70s, maybe a little bit less. Here in beautiful Fleming Island, Florida, gas prices at BJ's in Orange Park were $3.09, up from $3.04 last week. Premium was $3.59. That dropped to $3.49. I didn't look to see if it went up. You can't use cash there, so be prepared. And I think we covered that. You're more than welcome to come on to a Boogie with the Bull broadcast here on YouTube. Join us in the live chat and promote the red candidates in your state, city, town, county, and do that. You're also responsible. I mean, you're also welcome, like Randy Rose did, to bring up that he had to jump off to speak to a police officer due to a break-in that occurred, that his Ring doorbell cost. I don't know if it was he caught it on his Ring doorbell or it cost him his Ring doorbell. I figure at some point, unfortunately, all of you that have the Ring doorbells, that at some point people are going to figure out a way to get on there and rip it out of the wall and get in. But it's sad that people have to do that. That technology is great. If you don't want to open your door and risk getting into trouble, you can ask people on a camera. And it's sad that America has come to that. I mean, when we were kids, your mom used to always say, if you hear the doorbell, look out the window and make sure they look like who they are before you open the door. And even opening the door isn't always safe. And it's sad that life is getting that. Randy adds that the Ring doorbell has video of the thieves, which means that the Ring doorbell did exactly what it was supposed to do. And the best thing about the Ring doorbell, even back when they were trying to get a deal on Shark Tank, which they did get, was that you could connect up with your local police or sheriff's department and have your camera watched by police, law enforcement professionals, so that the dispatcher could actually see what was going on and decide how important it was to get the proper law enforcement personnel, maybe even EMS, out to your house and help you in emergency situations. It is a great idea. It really is. And there are others that do the same kind of thing. Ring does it. They are now part of Google, and and they do it. ADT, which I know other people who have, does the same thing. And maybe there's another alarm service in your city, community, or state that does the same thing. And it is something that you should have, because if you wake up in the middle of the night with chest pains and you're the only one home, you can hit that button and you can do your best to communicate to a dispatcher who's going to get the support, the EMS or police or both, to you as quickly as they can. And that's important. So that part of it is important. But even the protecting you in the case of a break-in emergency or an attempted break-in emergency is important. And it's sad that life has come to that point where those who don't have everything you have decided the only way to get it is to steal it from you. It's just sad. So that's the Ramble Fest and Tangentry for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. I want to thank YouTube for letting it happen. I want to thank Facebook for putting up with it again. And definitely want to welcome aboard Streetlock, STREET, Streetlock, STREETLOC.com, Streetlock.com. You're going to see a lot more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts on Streetlock. So be there or don't. And maybe one day you'll only see Boogie with the Bull broadcasts on Streetlock. And if you're a Streetlock member and you have something that you want to share on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, let me know. Because if we can't do it on YouTube anymore and we can't do it on Facebook anymore, then we will only do it on Streetlock. And that may be the only place that you see a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. You'll have to go there and watch it. But the whole idea of Boogie with the Bull is to share a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, some morning conversation, find out what America is thinking on things, and have guests that want to come on and give you more information than you might already have. So an hour and 39 minutes, now an hour and 40 minutes. I'm Dave Glovin. I'll always be Dave Glovin. Now you get a chance to see me on YouTube, Facebook, and Streetlock. We proved that it can work, and it's no harder to do. Again, if you want to be in the live chat now, you have to go to the Boogie with the Bull channel on YouTube and hit that subscribe button if you want to help us. And if you don't want to help us, then don't hit the subscribe button. And do one of two things. You can go to YouTube and take it and share it while you're watching it on YouTube. You can take it and post it on Facebook and share it wherever you can on Facebook. That would definitely be a help to us. You can go to Streetlock and take it from Streetlock and put it on Facebook and share it that way. Up to you if you take it. Well, actually, if you take the YouTube link and share it from Facebook to Streetlock and then share it back to Facebook, it looks fantastic. And you don't get any of that. Well, you may not get any of that because you shared it from Facebook on a Facebook link that Facebook requires that person to log in and watch it. Crap. And it's all crap. But right now we did successfully be on YouTube, Facebook, and Streetlock at the same time. And we opened the door to just being on YouTube and Streetlock at the same time, because I hear every day from people who don't want to do a broadcast on Facebook. And if that is you and you don't want to do a Facebook broadcast, but you have something important to say and want to reach people to share it with, then we can do it on YouTube for as long as they let me do it on YouTube, and we can do it on Streetlock for as long as they let me do it on Streetlock. From everybody here at Boogie with the Bull, it was our pleasure to violate it was our privilege to violate. I got that one wrong. It was my pleasure to abuse the privilege of your time. My pleasure to abuse the privilege of your time. I got to put those two things, the American Business Plug and my pleasure to abuse the privilege of your time, on the wall above the camera. So I have a Joe Biden teleprompter. Anyway, an hour and 45 minutes. I think that was long enough today. For, like I said, tomorrow, Wednesday, October 26th, it is Randy Rhodes, William Rayfield. You know him as Ray Ray, the host of the Patriot Labs, all over social media, including Facebook, maybe one day here on Streetlock. If you can, will join us. And Johnny Cockbitter will join us as well. You see Johnny all over Facebook too. So Randy, Ray Ray, Johnny, Dave, and two other people, if you want to come and join us. We will try doing it as well. We can only do 6 people right now. So if you want to be on the broadcast, we can only do 6. The first week of November, yes, we will make the change. We're looking at a couple of other live stream services similar to StreamYard, but I think we're going to stay with StreamYard and be able to have 3 live at the same time, not have to take YouTube and share it to every place else. Although I would be willing to do that. The only problem is when you do that, there is a lag between the Facebook and Streetlock, because we got it shared after the broadcast had already started. But we try to do our best every day. That's all I can say. And it's It's live and it's fun, and you get to drink good coffee. We will get the sample from Melanie, and we will share that and with you on an upcoming Boogie with the Bull, and go from there. ToxicFreeInitiative.com. Excuse me, ToxicFreeInitiative.sissel.net. 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 That will show you the Sissel products that Melanie sells. You can also set yourself up, as she said, as a distributor of their products as well. Scroll back up into the comments, and let me see if I can do this one more time before we go. 989-324-7124. 989-324-7122. 989-324-7122. That's Melanie's line. You can talk to Melanie about Sissel International products or becoming a Sissel rep with your own Sissel.net website where people can order stuff from, if that's what you want to do. One for all and all for one. Everybody there supports each other. And with that, it is an hour and 45 minutes, so we're going to pull the plug. Delilah wants breakfast, and I think I want breakfast, and not sure what else is going on today. As I said, 7 o'clock Eastern tonight, the American Rebellion over on the American Rebellion blogger page. Tune in, turn on, get educated, get entertained at the same time. Anytime you see Donald Wisman on, you should watch and listen. When he has Pastor Steve on, tune in, turn on, and get the preach that you really need to hear. You also hear some good music from Pastor Steve as well. And let's see, Michael Anthony is still Michael Anthony wherever you see him. The best way to see him is to become his friend on his Facebook page. And then that way, when he goes live, you will get the notifications that he is live. America in Crisis, America Disclosing Fully, America Uncensored. I can't remember all of them. And just go to his Facebook page and you'll see them all. And you can watch them all. You can help share them all. And he's someone you should watch and pay attention to. Vote for Doug if you're in any part of Pennsylvania. And if you're not, well, if you're here in Florida, vote red. That includes re-electing Governor Ron DeSantis and the slate of Republicans. And we'll get into more on that tomorrow. And we'll even talk about the Republican candidates where you are. And everybody will be educated and ready to vote Republican, because we need to flip this place around. I heard, I think it's 34 seats in the Senate are up for re-election this time. And to have a 2/3 majority of 100, I think we have to have 61, and they can't have more than 39. And if we do that, then as long as we have 61 votes one way, whether it's all Republicans voting one way or Democrats supporting Republicans for a total of 61, however, Republicans are voting against 39, however, Democrats decide to vote. Kamala Harris as vice president and Senate president would never be called in to break a tie, because that's the only thing she can do. And on that note, live long, live well, prosper. Be nice to your family, because they're nice to you. Hug them, love them, kiss them, spend time with them, or contact them however you can each day. Don't follow that advice from me, because I forget. And I'm so bad that on some days I have to set an alarm to remember to call my mother or talk to my sisters through Facebook if I can, and Messenger if I can, or FaceTime when we can ever line it up to do it. But make a call, and even if you only talk for 4 or 5 minutes, hey, that's 4 or 5 minutes that everybody knows that everybody else is okay. I gotta reach over here for a second because I don't want to spill my coffee. That's never fun. There. And tune in, turn on. Like I said, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 26th of October, it will be Randall or Randy, not sure which one he's going to be, but Randy Rhodes, William Rayfield, better known as Ray from the Patriot Labs, along with Johnny Cockbiter and myself, leaves 2 slots. I've asked a bunch of people if they're interested in doing it, and the first 1 or 2 of you makes it 5 or 6, and that's how it goes. So look forward to that broadcast. Thursday is up in the air. It could be most likely just end up being an open discussion broadcast between me and Randy and anyone else who wants to join us. And Friday, like I said, is Red Friday, as well as a bunch of other things to hopefully show you why you should vote Republican in the upcoming midterm election, Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. Because if you don't, then you may not ever see a Boogie with the Bull broadcast on anywhere except Street Lock right now. Nothing wrong with just being on Street Lock, but we want to make sure that everybody gets to hear the broadcast. So go join Street Lock, STREETLOC.com. Join StreetLock.com. Take a look around, read the Street Lock news feed, and then take a look at the Street Lock public groups. There are a lot of them that you should get involved with, help grow them. Make sure you join the Ministry of the Truth group, and God bless the USA. Excuse me, God bless Trump and the USA group. God bless Trump and the USA group, and the Ministry of the Truth group. And I would ask for an update on when Street Lock Messenger will be ready to rock and roll, and the Ministry of the Truth group chat will land there on Street Lock. It will continue on Messenger. So if you put something in the Street Lock Messenger group of the Ministry of the Truth group, you by all means should go over and post it in the Street Lock Messenger group. Originally, we didn't kind of think about there being a Street Lock Messenger group for the Ministry of the Truth group, because we set it up as a public group because we weren't going to get treated like the Ministry of the Truth group on Facebook gets treated. And it's too bad that we have to do that. Anyway, the Ramble Fest and Tail Tree ends at an hour and 53 minutes. I'm Dave Glovin. Go outside there and make it a good day. Spend some time outside. Don't always spend every moment sitting behind your desk if you're working or if you're at home. Just, grab your dog, go outside, spend 15, 20 minutes, then go back out a little later and do the same thing. Delilah loves on a warm day, maybe a minor breeze, but Delilah loves on a warm day to lay down and work on her tan. She likes it when she's hot, or when it's hot outside, because she's a Chihuahua. She's used to hot weather. Anyway, it's been a pleasure abusing the privilege of your time, which means that I hope you will join us tomorrow on the Wednesday morning caffeine edition of Boogie with the Bull. And contact me if you want to be on it. Contact me if you have something that should be discussed on it. I'm Dave Glovin, you're not, and in about 30 seconds, we will finish thanking YouTube, Facebook, and Street Lock for being the Boogie with the Bull network this morning, and maybe We'll land it live other places as well. You can take it from the YouTube channel and share it anywhere you want. I'd just like to know where you share it so that I can make sure that hopefully we keep sharing it there. So I thank anybody who takes it from YouTube and shares it wherever they can off of Facebook. I want to thank anybody who takes it from Facebook and shares the YouTube link anywhere they can on Facebook. And if you watched it on Facebook and YouTube, just know that it is on Streetlock, STREETLOC.com. Join Streetlock and watch it there. Anyway, no more abusing your time. Get busy, go to work, or enjoy the rest of your day. Double B's for victory. This Boogie With The Bull broadcast is coming to an end. One more time, double B's for victory. This Boogie With The Bull broadcast did, in fact, come to an end.